Hello everyone, I'm back again. Today I'm going to talk about verbal communication. What is verbal communication? And types of verbal communication and skills which require to be a successful verbal communicator. Without much of an introduction, I'll get started with what is verbal communication. Verbal communication is a use of sounds and words in a communication. ಶಬ್ದ ಮತ್ತು ಪದಗಳನ್ನು ಬಳಸಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನ್ನೇ ವರ್ಬಲ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನ್. Just for my purpose, like my video purpose, I have categorized types into 4. If you go and search in a internet, or if you talk to someone, like they might tell you different ones. Just for the sake of this video, I have calibrated and have these 4 as a types of communication. Number 1 is one-to-one communication. Number 2, group communication. Number 3, presentation. Number 4, public speaking. I'll come to that. I'll just park the types of communication here and I'll jump onto the skills which requires. So once I talk about skills, I'll come back again and try to map the types into skills. Again, with a lot of calibration, I have listed these 6 skills which require to be a successful verbal communicator. Again, I repeat, if you go and search in internet, you will find hundreds of skills to be successful verbal communicator. But I have done a calibration, and with my experience, I've listed these 6 skills which need to be honed to be a successful communicator. Number 1, active listening. What is active listening? Listening concentratedly, understand, respond, and remember what is being said. Sounds simple, right? ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಹೇಳೋರು, ಗಮನ ಇಟ್ಟು ಕೇಳಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. It is that simple. I also have a video on listening. I'll elaborate more there. I'll jump onto the next skill. Number 2 is open-mindedness. This is rare these days. This is really, really rare these days. Being open-minded helps in communication. We should be open to the different views. We should be open if some other opinions are being said to accept them. If we are not open, we cannot have a successful communication. You will fail. If you are not open, you will certainly fail in a communication. You will end up being a fight. It will end up being a fight, I'm sure. That is why sometimes group discussions turn out to be fish markets. Number 3, clarity. First, we should know what we are speaking. If you are not clear about what we are speaking, it will certainly does not going to make any sense to the other person. So if you don't have a clarity, ask questions. Talk to someone who might know about it. Search, research. And to get more clarity of your distorted thoughts, if you know something but you're still not sure about it, write down. That's what I use. Like, if I have something in my head and if I'm not clear, I write down. I'll get a certain level of clarity after writing it down. So have clarity. The 4th one, be enthusiastic and empathetic. Have interest in communication. If you don't have an interest, there is no point in having a conversation. It will fail. ಈಗ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಸರಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ಸಪ್ಪೆ ಅವ್ನು ಯಾಕಾದ್ರೂ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾನೋ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ಲೈಕ್ while taking an interview, you feel like, why has he come? So be energetic. Have some interest in that conversation. Like when we talk to someone in the metro train, like or a train, so some guys will have a lot of energy, and some people like, ಯಾಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾತಾಡಿಸ್ತಾನೆ ಇವನು. Don't be that. Have energy. Be empathetic. What is being empathetic? Learning to be on someone else's shoes. ಅವನು ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತು ನೋಡೋ ಅಂಥದ್ದು. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಯಾರ ಜೊತೆನೋ ಏನೋ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ದಿರೋದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅವನು. He might tell it in a rude way. ಒಂದು, ನಾವು ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ರೂಢಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಜಗಳಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಬಿಡೋದು. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು, ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅವನು, ಪಾಪ ಏನೋ ಬೇರೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಮಾಧಾನದಿಂದ ಕೇಳೋದು. These are the two ways. Like being empathetic helps to have great conversations. Four are done. The fifth one, to be good verbal communicator, having constructive feedback, should be able to give it and then take it. When you converse, when you end up being any one of these 4 types of communication, ask for feedback and work on it. It is never-ending cycle. While I present these videos, I'll be working on some of my skills to get better. So work on them. Take feedback and work on it. Constructive feedback is a pillar in becoming a good verbal communicator. And the last one is storytelling. If you can tell set of events as a story, you can become a good communicator. Storytellers are great communicators. They can converse with anyone. That is a great asset in this world. If you can tell set of events as a story, and story is easily consumable. So think about it. So I have listed 6 skills and 4 types. One-to-one communication. It mainly requires active listening, having clarity, having empathy and enthusiasm. And the second one is group discussion. Again, active listening, open-mindedness, and clarity helps here. Fourth, presentation. So it's a kind of unconventional skill. Like you come to the job, you need these skills. Presenting something to the audience, set of audience. It is mostly a non-audience. You should know to use the aids like PPT, like a screen, a whiteboard. So you will learn more about it. So just remember it. And the fourth one is public speaking. In public speaking, I would have 2 types. One is impromptu. The other one is a planned speech. If you can master this impromptu speaking. What is impromptu speaking? You're somewhere in the audience, someone asks you to speak in the audience, like yaradru bandu idan matadi. So if you have the ability to come up and talk, you can enjoy the limelight. And this is a great skill in verbal communication. And it is one of it as well, one of the types of communication. Public speaking always helps. If you are a good public speaker, it increases your confidence. So I'll come back to skills again. 6 skills which I have spoken today: active listening, open-mindedness, clarity, be enthusiastic and empathetic. 5th one, feedback, take feedback. And the topmost one, storytelling, be a good storyteller. With this, I would not end, but I would like to add 2 small tiny topics. In this COVID situation, telephonic interviews and also conferences, web conferences, video conferences have increased. So how to be better at telephonic interviews? So I'll give some tips which I normally observe. And you might already know them, but like it is always good to revise them. Make sure your phone is really charged well. Make sure you have network where you're going to speak. Make sure there is no noise in that place. Don't try to get help during your call. Like, you're in a call with an interviewer and you try to get some help from someone around you. So don't do that. And be precise in what you tell. And topmost thing in telephonic interviews is listen carefully. Listen carefully. And listen carefully. This is very important. And in the video conferences, again, make sure you have a power backup or your laptop is completely charged. And dress modestly. So when you go to an interview, how you're dressed, and be that way at least. You be in your best clothes available. And again, like, if you're in a laptop and the question is answered, don't try to search in the Google. That does not work. You tell what you know with a lot of kindness. And Murphy's Law always works, and be prepared for it. So with that, I would like to end the video. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down in the comment section. Thank you so much for listening. Have a good day. Bye-bye.